Hey guys, my name is Kalpesh and welcome to my YouTube channel Automotive Crux. If you are eager to learn about automotive technology, you are at the right place. So please subscribe this channel and stay updated. Hey friends, warm welcome to all of you in this video. My name is Kalpesh and in this video I am going to show you conceptual details of the IC engine components which were not covered in my previous video. So let's see step by step. In my previous video I have covered the basic fundamental definition of internal combustion engine. Then we have seen the constructional detail of cylinder block, piston pin, piston rings, connecting rod and crankshaft. Now in this video we are going a lot more. We are going to see a lot more. Let's see. So first, flywheel. The flywheel stores energy from the power stroke and smoothly delivers it to the drivetrain of the vehicle between the engine and the transmission. It releases the energy between power impulse, assuring fewer fluctuation in speed and smoother engine operation. So in simple manner we can say that during the power stroke our engine stores some energy in terms of inertia, and during the rest of process, during the rest of 3 strokes, we can say in case of a 4-stroke engine, it releases the energy, and by this way it minimizes the cyclic variation, or you can say it minimizes the cyclic fluctuation. So we can say considering the inertia of the flywheel on a large low speed engine is usually made of the cast iron. This is desirable because the heavy weight of the cast iron helps the engine maintain a steady speed. A small high speed engine usually uses a forged steel or forged aluminum alloy. So this is about the material of the flywheel. The next it is the cylinder head. So cylinder head forms the top of the combustion chamber and it contains the valve, the passageway for the fuel mixture to move in and out of the engine. That means the cylinder head comprises these small holes to accommodate the valves, even though it accommodates the intake and exhaust manifolds. Apart from this, it also provides some passageway to mount the spark plug and the fuel or the fuel injectors. That is about the cylinder head. The next important component, it is the camshaft. In construction, camshaft will look like the forged lobe which are mounted on the straight shaft. Okay. The camshaft, it is operated with the help of the power produced at the crankshaft. That means the fraction of power produced at crankshaft that can be utilized by camshaft. Now, the main function of the camshaft is it actuates the inlet and exhaust valve. In case of L, F and I head engines, camshaft is located to one side of the crankshaft, and in case of a V engine, the camshaft is located exact above the crankshaft. In the modern cars, sometimes manufacturer prescribes the designation like SOHC and DOHC. The SOHC, it stands for single overhead camshaft, and DOHC, that means it stands for the double overhead camshaft. This single overhead camshaft and double overhead camshaft, it differentiates, like if the single camshaft is utilized to operate both valves, inlet and exhaust valves, then such kind of an engine, it can be designated by SOHC, that means single overhead camshaft. Likewise, if 2 camshafts separately are utilized to actuate the inlet valves and outlet valves, then such kind of a engine which is known as a DOHC, double overhead camshaft. This is, we can say, configuration. The next component, it is valves. So valves, they are doorways that lets the gas in and out of the engine. Okay. As I just said in the previous slide, we have two types of valve, inlet valves and exhaust valve. Inlet valves lets the gases in and exhaust valve lets the gases out from the engine system. Now, in case of a 4-stroke engine, we can call it the valves, but in case of a 2-stroke engine, there are no such kind of valves are utilized, and this system, it is replaced with the help of ports. So ports are the different thing than the valves. If we are closely observing the construction of the valves, then we can say the long shaft like portion, this long shaft like a portion, it is called the stem, and this is valve head. This is valve head, stem and valve head. So the bottom portion, which is known as a valve head, it sits on valve seat inside the chamber, and this is the portion which is exposed to extremely high temperature, which is generated due to the combustion process. You can consider near about 1300 degree Fahrenheit temperature. The next important component we are considering, that is spark plug. Now, simply we can say that the spark plug, it is utilized in case of a SI engine, spark ignition engines only, or you can say petrol engine only. So the spark plug, it will behave like an electric match used to begin the combustion process of burning air and petrol to create a heat. With the help of spark plug, we are producing a spark to initiate the combustion process. If you are observing the construction of the spark plug, it is made of the two things, porcelain and metal. Porcelain and metal. This is the porcelain, and the rest of material, it is, you can say, metal. Sorry. So in construction of the spark plug, two electrodes are utilized. One which is known as a central electrode, which is passing throughout the body, and second which is known as a earth electrode. And in between these two electrode, a minor air gap is provided. Now, if we are talking about the high voltage is applied to the center electrode, this high voltage supply, it is passing through the center electrode and it reaches at this point. Now, due to the high voltage applied, the charged particle which are in between the air gap, I am again repeating, due to the high voltage applied at center electrode, the charged particle which presents in the air gap, they gets ionized, and then they becomes a conductor. So the electron, now they become a carrier for the electrons, and they carries the electron and helps them to reach up to the earth electrode. And this process we are observing by the naked eye, which is the electron jumping. We are calling it the arc. Okay. So this is about the spark plug. The next important component is carburetor. Now carburetor, we can say that it is only utilized in petrol engine, and nowadays it becomes obsolete in the modern cars. just because we have the modern fuel supply system, we are calling it the MPFI system, or we can say it creates a charge. Now, in the broader perspective, we can see that in the construction of a carburetor, a basic carburetor, we have a float chamber, we have a float, we have a connection to the petrol tank or the fuel tank. Okay. And this float chamber, it is connected at this venturi shape. So when the suction stroke occurs, due to this vacuum created inside the cylinder, the airstream starts moving in this direction. Now again, here there is, we can say it is the gradually decreasing area in this venturi, or you can say nozzle shape. Now due to this gradually decreasing area, the velocity of airstream, it increases and pressure, it drops. Now here at this point pressure drops occurs, and as this float chamber, it is connected with the fuel tank, which is at atmospheric pressure. So again the pressure difference occurs at this point and this point. Now due to this pressure difference, this fuel from float chamber, fuel start flowing from float chamber to the neck portion of the venturi. Now here the fuel air particle mixtures creates, and then they proceeds ahead. In the construction of carburetor, we have two butterfly valves, one which is known as a choke valve and second which is known as a throttle valve. Throttle valve, which is operated by the driver, and choke valve, it remains open always. Another important component, which is known as a fuel injector. Now fuel injector, it is only used in diesel engine. Carburetor, it is utilized in petrol engine only. In the same manner, we can say that fuel injector, it is utilized in diesel engine only. But nowadays, as I said in the previous slide, nowadays we have a MPFI multi-point fuel injection system, in which we are utilizing the electronics fuel injectors, electronic type of fuel injectors in case of a petrol engine also. So let's see the detail of the fuel injector. Fuel injector, the main function, it injects the fuel inside the cylinder. Now as I said, the fuel injector, it is utilized in the diesel engine only, and diesel engine operates at high compression ratio. If we are for example, we are assuming that a particular diesel engine is operated at 16 compression ratio, then we can say that the at the end of compression stroke, the pressure inside the cylinder must be 16 times higher than the atmospheric pressure. So this is for the sake of understanding only. So when the pressure inside the cylinder, it is quite high, and we are trying to inject the fuel inside the high temperature, high pressurized air. That's why we need the pressure inside the fuel injector quite higher than the pressure inside the cylinder, right? So while we are operating a power generation cycle in the diesel with the help of fuel injector, compulsory we require a fuel pump which produces the high pressure. So fuel pump is required and inject fuel inside the cylinder. Now the main function of the fuel injector, it is to inject the fuel inside the cylinder in small particle. The process of making the fuel particles, fuel droplets into the small particles, that is called the atomization. So this is the reason sometimes this fuel injector, it is also known as a atomizer. So this is about the fuel injector. We will discuss the detailed process and working principle of carburetor, fuel injector in the next subsequent videos. Okay. So by today's learning, what I am trying to ask is, which is not a function of carburetor? The question is, which is not a function of carburetor? Focus on this word. I am not asking about the function of carburetor. I am asking about which is not a function of a carburetor. So the options are: it mixes air and fuel, it vaporizes the charge, it maintains the air and fuel ratio, and none of above. So the answer is B. The correct answer is B. The reason is, once the fuel mixes with air, then charge leaves the carburetor and then fuel particle absorbs the energy from air and gets vaporized. So vaporization of fuel takes place just after the carburetor and just before the intake valve, or sometimes during the suction process. So this is the correct answer. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe this channel and click on the bell button so you will get notification